Welcome back to my channel. So this is something that happened 4 years ago, and I haven't really talked about it, but I think it's time to talk about it. So 4 years ago, I made a video about my old dog, Freddy Fazbear Bootsy Collins. I called him Boo Boo Bear. He was very, very sweet. He was still a puppy, but 4 years ago, I made a video saying goodbye and didn't find it till now, but I was going through videos, found that one, and I looked in the description and it said that he was being given away when he went to the pound, but that's not what happened. That day I didn't know what actually happened. I was told a year after that he actually was put down, and it was really, really hard. He was my one best friend that I actually had. He was like his emotional support animal. I called him my therapy puppy because that's basically what he was. And that happened April 22nd, 2019. It was really, really hard on me. And it's still hard on me knowing now that if I didn't go to school that day, I could have stopped it from happening, could have done something. But thinking about it, I probably couldn't have. But the pound put him down because he ran up to the back of the school. And he was a really playful puppy, but everybody was scared of him. Everybody was scared of him because he was a pit bull. And he was very, very playful. So when he gets excited, he jumps up on people, he'll bark, and he's gentle, but he'll nip at your fingers a little, trying to get you to play. But nobody understood that. And I was actually in gym class and everybody was at the window saying, "Hey, look, there's a dog outside." I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's my dog." And the teachers were like, "No, that can't be your dog. You don't have a dog." I was like, "No, that is my dog. That is my therapy puppy." And while he was out there, I was like, "Please let me go get him. I can call my mom, have her meet me at the hill to come get him." Teachers were like, "No, that's too dangerous. The dog could have rabies." I'm like, "No, my dog does not have rabies. He's still a puppy." And it was horrible. The teachers were like, "We can't just let you out of class." I was like, "What if I was escorted by a teacher?" They agreed, but animal control showed up, and I was told they were going to take him to the pound. And I remember that day I was in class crying and screaming, "Let me see my dog, let me go get my dog. Please let me go get him. Let me take him home." And they wouldn't let me because because animal control was there and they were dealing with it. And I remember the amount of pain I was in and how horrible it was. But thinking back on it, thinking about all the times I had with him, he was the sweetest boy ever. And he was the best dog I ever had. And I miss him a lot. I wish that he never got put down, that he never went away. Because I see things may have been a little different if he was still around. But I've made it so far without him here. And so things would be way different and things would probably be a little better than they are right now. I'm happy I got to have him in my life for the time I did, and I'm very thankful I got to have him as my dog. He's the sweetest, and sometimes I still do wish that he would come back and that he wasn't put down. And we could have gone to get him before they put him down, but my mom and the guy who was at the time her boyfriend refused to go get him because they didn't like him. They liked the other dogs that we had at the time, but they didn't like him because he was my dog and he made me happy. And I know this sounds like dramatic, like it's like I'm trying to get attention or some shit like that. I'm not. It's just honest because I come from a dysfunctional family. Like, it's just a broken family, man. There's a lot of bad people in this family, but it's just truth. They didn't like anything that made me happy, and he was one thing that made me the happiest. And it's sad because everything went downhill after the day he went away. He was a true blessing in his life. And if I could relive any point in time in my life, I'd relive the moments I was with him. He was so sweet, and I remember anytime I was sad or I was crying, he'd always walk up to me and he'd put his head right here on my shoulder, and then I'd hug him and I'd cry. He was taught to give hugs. It was cute. And as I cried, it sounded like he was crying with me, and it was adorable. He'd whimper a little, and he'd try to comfort me, and it was so cute. I remember he used to lick my cheek all the time, and like anytime I was crying, he'd lick the tears. And he was just the best. And he was fun to play with, jump around a lot. I wish I still had videos of him. I have one video here on my channel that shows him a little bit, but it's not much. It's the only thing I really have it's the only thing I really have showing him alive. But I have like 2 pictures on this phone now of him, and it makes me really, really sad because I miss him a lot. He was my big, lovable good boy. And honestly, I honestly just want him back. If I could get him back, I would. But since this year, basically every year around Christmas, I get these ads about this little company. They do like custom things of area pets they have now or pets that passed away, and they make custom realistic plushies, and that's something I really want to do, but I don't think I'd ever get that chance. They're very, very expensive, and it makes me sad that I can't do it. But I have pictures of him, and that's good enough for me. But I don't know, it still kills me every day that he's not around anymore, and I think about him a lot. He was goofy. He was like really, really goofy. I remember I used to have collages in my phone of him, like, just being him goofy self. There's like a weird picture of me holding him when he was a little puppy somewhere out on Facebook. And it was adorable. He was so small too. I remember on Facebook I was like standing up, held him in my arm like this, my hand on the back of his head like that, or somewhere close to that. I just remember holding him in my arm like that. It's something I'll never forget. And I actually still have a toy that used to be his chew toy for a little while. It's there. It's a little stuffed bunny, and she has, I think, a dress on. I don't know. It has doll clothes on, but it is like the most perfect little thing. But I wish I still had his collar or like something else. I don't know. We don't really have anything really left of his. And it's kind of sad, but it's how it is. But yeah, that's a little bit about it, and a little of what I remember. But thank you guys for listening. I'm sorry it was a bit long of a little story, but yeah, thank you to the people who watched this, listened. If you stayed for the whole video, comment down below and share a little story or say something. Just share a little story or something of an experience with one of your favorite pets or past pet. But that's all for now. I'm gonna edit this a little bit, or try my best to, and I'm gonna put in a picture of him. Hopefully up here. If I can't, that's fine. I'll do a picture at the end of him, and it will show the date of basically when he passed away, and I'll try to find the date of when he was born, and I'll have that up on here. If I can't find the date of when he was born, it will just be the date of when he passed away. But yeah, that's all, guys. Thank you. I hope you all have an amazing day. Bye. E, F, G, H, I miss you so.
Wish you never had to go. Now you're in the sky. This is not good.